All right, welcome in everybody. This is going to be a very quick, I guess, demo preview of the updates that we made to the Disney Streams site recently. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the site up here. I'm going to go ahead and just for viewing, I'm going to move it to full screen mode. So a couple of things you'll initially notice, and I'm just going to get a couple of folks, everybody queued up here to be playing. A couple things you'll notice is there's now a new control bar on the right side, and I'll walk through those options here in just a second. But the first thing I wanted to note is just a user interface update where you can now open multiple chat windows at the same time. This was a big request from a couple people that just wanted to be able to see and be able to chat in multiple windows. So you have the power if you want to open every single one of the chat windows. You can do that so that you can chat with everybody all at once. Again, this utilizes your existing login. So as long as you're logged in a browser, you will be able to chat here and interact with people within the chat. So that's item number one. Item number two, I'm going to go ahead and turn on some new functionality so that you can see it in action. But item number two, I guess, is the site settings area. This is just a place to come where I'll continue to update different settings related to the site. So this is where you're familiar. If you had seen before, you have the ability to hide or show upcoming channels. You can display or hide the wait times window. One of the newer ones is displaying video borders. So I want to go ahead and enable that and show you what that looks like. So you can see we've got a little bit of a gray border around all the videos. This will give you a little bit of information so you can see items not playing are in red. So if I pause Ron on the go, we can see he moves to red. Another piece of this is related to the mute and unmute functionality. So we also enhanced where if you're unmuted and the video is playing, you'll be able to see it specifically in green to show that it's unmuted. Then you also, if you go to a different video and you unmute that video, you'll see my green window transitioned over. And that's just to stop from having crosstalk to make sure you don't have too much. This was something that did exist on the mobile side, but I wanted to port it over to the desktop version. So you can see we have that functionality as well there. So now we'll walk through again these. We have within the site settings, as I mentioned, we've got a couple of different new settings in here. I'll talk a little bit more about the opening of the hub and network here in a minute, but the big one down here is we do have wait time settings have been moved over to here. So if you want to select a specific park that you want to see, I'll admit I typically am just looking at Magic Kingdom, or it depends on who's streaming from where. Sometimes I'll move around to show that. So right now we got at least two folks at Magic. Makes sense to have the Magic wait time scrolling down there on the bottom. Next item we have is just a hub page, and the hub, I'm still not a super big fan of the naming that I named of it, but it's the hub. It's really where you can go to see the current people, where you could go directly to their pages. It then also gives you a big listing of the upcoming Disney streams. At some point, I'd like to turn this into a calendar so that you would be able to specifically see kind of in more of a calendar view what's coming up in the next week, next month, and what will be streamed there. The next item down is a new one that is streamers in network. So this just shows a listing of all the different streams that I'm monitoring from a channel perspective. So these are all the streamers that may or may not show up in the live stream area. I encourage you to check out all these channels, subscribe to all these channels, like all their videos, support your streamers, support these folks out here that are generating these content. But this just gives you kind of a one place to go. So if you're interested in checking out who else is out there, I do also have functionality in here that's showing the ones in red that are currently live. So even if you come here and you just kind of want to see, well, who are these people specifically, you could click, go to Theme Park Steve, go look at his page, see a little bit more about him. So that gives you just kind of a quick place to go to see a little bit about the information. This next one we've at that was existing here, but it was nested within is just a force live stream button. What this does is it does exactly what it says. It's going to force all the videos to be live. So I'm going to use Ron on the go as an example. If we back up this video, so if there were buffering issues or there were delays or I had navigated away in the browser and then I come back, we can see, okay, we're behind. If I hit force live streams, it's going to move everything to as close to live as it can. It's not perfect. The functionality generally is a little bit behind clicking this live button here, but it gets you as close as we possibly can. So that gets you there. We do have the about page. This just opens the external about page. So that's really the main enhancements that you'll see. If you did care, the site information down here just opens up kind of more of some back-end data that lets you know kind of what site version it is and what others. It is still here. It was in the original pop-up, but I moved it down here because it's really not something that you need to see. So that's kind of the overarching updates that we have for now. I do have a lot of stuff rattling around in my head, so who knows what will come next, but just wanted to give you an overarching update of a couple of the enhancements that we have, especially just noting that this sidebar will now appear and it'll give you quick access to be able to see some of the settings, some of the other options that we have. I have toyed around with the idea of having an option to hide the bar and having it only show up, but currently I like it mainly just because you can see here with a standard size screen, we're still pretty full on the screen size, mainly because this bar is about the same size as the wait times. So if you have the wait times, you're still showing a full screen, which is the main specific thing that I wanted to make sure that we retain. So do thank everybody for checking it out, checking out the video. Just wanted to give you a quick demo, show you what was there, and I hope everybody has a good night.